Hello everyone, McJaw here. This is a follow-up to the last modding tutorial I made, which was about asset bundles. Since I made that video, I've learned about a much neater way of loading things from asset bundles, so I'd just like to share that today. In the last video I talked about how to make asset bundles, and none of that has changed, but some of the syntax on the C# side of things, I have a better way of doing it now, so I want to share that. And so very quickly, look at this method here, this test asset bundle thing I've created just for the purpose of this video, but to show you how much easier it is and how it looks. So I can get the directory path by doing this. Assembly.get calling assembly. Like I mentioned in the last video, this is going to be the folder in which your DLL is. So wherever your mod is, this is going to get you the mod folder. Get directory name, get folder name. So I have the folder, the whole path to the folder even, and then I'm going to append, I'm going to do path.combine to add my bundle name onto that. In the last video I used lowercase blossom. That was the name of the bundle. So this string here should be whatever your bundle is really called. Then bundle path is the absolute path to that asset bundle. So now that you have the absolute path, you can call unityengine.assetBundle.load from file on the full path, and that gives you an asset bundle, which I've called a new bundle. So up to this point, this is pretty much the same as what I talked about in the last video, but here is this neat syntax. So to get the Blossom prefab, all I have to do is say new bundle dot load asset, and I can use this type parameter here. It's in the angle braces, so I know it's a game object thing. So I'm going to say load a game object thing with this name. And that's just the name that I had in the last video. So that's all I have to do to get the Blossom out. Before, I was loading all of the assets out of the bundle and then looping through them and matching the name. But this is a much more compact way to do that. So I think this is really great, and I wanted to show it off. I updated everything in Vehicle Framework to use that, and a few things changed that I want to talk about real quick. So like I said before, adding an audio clip to your asset bundle is basically the same. But here I've done something a little different. I use still this getGameObject function, or method rather, and I've changed that to use loadAsset as well. But I have it try a couple different things. So try with the name you were given, and if that doesn't work, try it with .prefab at the end, because up until now, all of the times I've used this method, I didn't include .prefab because it wasn't necessary, but I didn't want to rework the whole thing, and loadAsset does require it to be .prefab. So if it didn't work, try it again. But anyway, go ahead and get the game object. And then I'm using all these link methods here. So from that game object, get all of its audio sources. From all of the audio sources, get their clips. Get any of those clips where the name is the one that you want. And then return the first one that you found. And if you didn't find one, return null. So this has become sort of compact in comparison, but it does the same thing. And then these sprite methods. So this is the only one that's like substantively different. So instead of calling loadAsset GameObject, I call loadAsset SpriteAtlas. And remember, that's the Unity engine thing. There is, of course, atlas.sprite. That's Subnautica thing. So SpriteAtlas is Unity. Atlas Sprite is Subnautica. So load a SpriteAtlas type thing with the name. And I do something similar here. If you need that .SpriteAtlas, try it again. And then I think these look exactly the same. So go ahead and get that SpriteAtlas. Use the SpriteAtlas method getSprite. And then in this case, bundle the sprite up into an atlas.sprite. And in this other case, don't. Just return the sprite as you found it. So that was really it. That was everything I wanted to talk about. There's just new, neater syntax for accessing things in your asset bundle. Okay, thanks for listening to this supplement to the last video. I hope it makes things clearer, neater, easier to do, easier to understand. Okay, thank you, and until next time, bye-bye.